Hey guys, this is Eric from Vegan Ostomy, and today I want to bring you another video review. This one is for a product called the StomaShield by Stoma, and it is an ostomy guard. I think you guys are going to like the review. I certainly like this product, and just sit back and enjoy. Thank you.
Now, the StomaShield is made in the United States, and it's made of a hard plastic that's very lightweight and durable. Now, the product comes with different thickness padding, and the padding allows you to adjust depending on the size, shape of your stoma, but also whether or not you have thicker stool or not. For me, I go with the 12 millimeter pad because I do have a protruding stoma, but I also have a thicker output from my ileostomy. So I find that that makes it really easy for the output to come out without really causing any problems. Now this guard comes in 3 different sizes, and a lot of it depends on where your stoma is situated. So if your stoma is even or an inch below your belt or your pant line, then it's generally recommended that you go with a small shield, which is 4 inches by 6.5 inches. If your stoma is 1 inch above the belt line, then it's generally recommended that you go with a medium. And if your stoma is 2 inches above your belt line, then you would normally go with a large. Now, my stoma does go about 2 inches above my belt line, but I prefer the medium size, and that's just my preference. The large for me I find is a little too large, but you know, if you're taller or depending on your body shape, you know, that could also impact what size you're going with. Now the guard comes with an elastic band, and that band is fully adjustable, and I really don't think there's anyone too large to be able to wear this particular product. So if you have a lot of slack at the end of that elastic, you can actually just trim it, and then it's very neat when you finally put the product on. But it's very comfortable to wear, and because it's a thin band, you don't get hot, you don't get sweaty because of it. It hasn't slipped at all for me, so it's actually quite a nice band to have on this product. You can order an additional elastic band or extra paddings if you need to right through the Stoma website. Now, one of the questions that comes up when you're wearing a product like this is whether or not it's noticeable. You know, is it going to create a bulge underneath your clothing that people will see from a distance? And I'm really happy to say that this product keeps a very low profile. A lot of it will depend on the thickness of the padding that you use, but even with the thicker padding, the 12 millimeter that I was using, you can see that it keeps a very low profile, even compared to my belt, which you can see sticking out further than the guard. So I don't think there's any issues at all with concealing the pouch when the guard is on. And as a matter of fact, I find that it keeps an even lower profile than if I were to just have the pouch out or even using a pouch cover or something like that. Now, a lot of ostomates will wear stoma guards in order to protect from impact, either from sport or work or even around the home if they've got kids or large dogs that might jump up on their lap. A lot of them feel more comfortable when they're using a hard guard like this product. So, as you can see here, you know, I've gone zip lining with the guard on, and wearing a seat belt is actually really nice to have the guard there, because then the seatbelt isn't pushing against your stoma and isn't causing any issues because of that. So the guard comes in handy for all those situations, and you know, you can wear it underneath your uniform, or if you have some kind of special equipment that you need for your sport. You know, there's really no issue with having to wear the guard underneath that, and it will keep it protected from, you know, any kind of bangs or impact like that. Now, using the guard is pretty straightforward. You're basically going to put it over your appliance so that the center of the guard is right over your stoma. Now, I tend to wear my guard a little higher if I'm doing a lot of sitting, and it's really a matter of preference. For most people it won't be an issue, but I just find it's a bit more comfortable like that. Now the guard does have a channel that allows your output to freely drop to the bottom of your pouch without it being cut off or impeded in any way. It's a really nice design, and it really hasn't caused any trouble for me while I've been wearing it. I do find that the guard does reduce the capacity of the pouch. So if you're used to wearing a large size bag, you might want to make sure that you're emptying that before it gets to about a third full, which is probably something you should be doing anyway. But what happens is if you allow the pouch to fill too much, either with stool or gas, the guard will start to lift, and it does become a little uncomfortable. So as long as you keep an eye on that, and you're emptying at regular intervals, or when you notice that it's starting to get full, you won't really have any big challenges with it. As you can see in the next few clips, the guard has a very low profile under clothing, and it really doesn't matter what kind of clothing you're wearing. So whether it's jeans, whether you've got a t-shirt on, or whether you're tucking your shirt in, it's concealed well under the clothing. And I think it's important to realize that for a lot of male ostomates, wearing a shirt tucked in, to some dress pants is something that a lot of people tend to avoid. But with this particular product, you really don't have to worry about that. So you can notice here in the video, I'm wearing a dress shirt and some dress pants, and the guard is very well hidden. I don't think anyone would really notice it unless you're really looking for it or you know it's there. But if you're the type of person that has avoided clothing like this because of your ostomy, I'm happy to say that with this particular product, you really don't have to worry about it anymore. I do want to mention that the guard does come with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. And the inventor, Brian, who's also the president of Stoma Gear, has been really amazing with supporting the product. He has a very good reputation in the ostomy community, and we've exchanged quite a few emails throughout the time that I was testing this. And he's been really great with getting back on time and just exchanging a lot of ideas and giving me a lot of insight about some of the choices he's made about the guard. So I'm really happy to be working with a manufacturer that's so involved with the product, and he really does seem genuinely interested in improving the lives of ostomates.
And there you have it. I hope you guys like the review. If you have any questions about the product, please feel free to comment below, or check me out on the website. It's veganostomy.ca. And see you next time.